Ryan Carter had recently purchased his dream home in a quiet suburban neighborhood. He enjoyed peaceful mornings working remotely from his front porch while getting to know his new community. Within 2 days of moving in, Ryan noticed one particular neighbor watching everyone who entered or left the street. Her name was Linda Parker, and she acted like she personally owned the entire neighborhood. Linda introduced herself by criticizing Ryan's parked vehicle, mailbox decorations, and even the color of his welcome mat. She confidently claimed she knew every neighborhood rule by heart. Ryan politely thanked her for the information and continued unpacking his belongings. He assumed the unusual interaction would simply become a funny moving day story. Over the next several weeks, Linda began leaving handwritten notes on Ryan's door, complaining about everything from lawn decorations to outdoor lighting. None of her complaints violated HOA guidelines. Ryan contacted the official HOA management company to verify the rules. The representative confirmed that Linda held no position within the HOA board and had no authority over other homeowners. The HOA manager quietly mentioned that Linda had become well known for attempting to enforce imaginary neighborhood rules for several years. Ryan decided to remain friendly and avoid unnecessary conflict. Instead, he carefully documented every interaction and saved copies of Linda's messages and complaints. Things escalated when Linda began approaching Ryan's guests and telling them they were not allowed to park near his house. Several neighbors witnessed her confrontations. One Saturday morning, Linda walked directly onto Ryan's front porch and demanded that he remove decorations she personally disliked. Her loud behavior quickly attracted the attention of nearby neighbors. Ryan calmly asked Linda to step off his front porch and respect his property. Instead of leaving, she loudly claimed that she was protecting the neighborhood and threatened to report him for violating HOA rules that did not exist. Several neighbors stepped outside after hearing the commotion. To Ryan's surprise, many quietly admitted that Linda had been harassing residents for years with made-up neighborhood policies. Linda demanded that Ryan immediately repaint his mailbox because it was not approved by the community. Ryan politely asked her to provide the official HOA regulation supporting her claim. Unable to produce any documentation, Linda became increasingly frustrated and insisted that everyone in the neighborhood simply followed her instructions because she knew what was best for the community. Ryan contacted the HOA management company once again and requested an official written statement confirming that Linda had no authority over neighborhood residents. The HOA manager issued an email to residents reminding everyone that only the elected board and management company could enforce community regulations. Linda's unofficial complaints carried no legal authority. Embarrassed by the announcement, Linda began placing unofficial warning notices on residents' doors pretending they were HOA violation letters. Several homeowners immediately reported the incidents. Ryan installed a high-quality video doorbell camera after discovering that Linda frequently approached his property without permission. The camera captured every interaction in clear detail. One afternoon, Linda was recorded removing a neighborhood flyer from Ryan's porch and replacing it with her own handwritten list of imaginary community rules. Ryan shared the video footage with HOA management. Community leaders became increasingly concerned that Linda's actions were confusing residents and disrupting neighborhood relations. At the monthly HOA meeting, several homeowners described similar experiences involving Linda's attempts to control parking, decorations, and neighborhood activities. The board documented every complaint. Linda interrupted the meeting several times while claiming she should be appointed community supervisor. Her proposal was met with silence and puzzled expressions from homeowners. Following legal advice, Ryan posted polite but clear private property. Please do not enter without permission sign near his front porch. Many residents appreciated his professional approach. Despite multiple warnings, Linda once again entered Ryan's porch demanding that he remove holiday decorations she personally disliked. Ryan immediately documented the interaction. After refusing to leave when politely asked, local police officers arrived to assist. They professionally explained that residents must respect private property boundaries, regardless of personal opinions. The officers informed Linda that neighborhood disagreements should be addressed through official HOA channels rather than personal confrontations or unauthorized property access. The HOA board formally requested that Linda stop representing herself as a community authority and reminded residents to communicate directly with official management regarding neighborhood concerns. Over time, Linda gradually stopped interfering with her neighbors' personal property decisions. Residents noticed that the entire neighborhood felt more welcoming and peaceful. Rye became friends with many of his neighbors and even organized a community barbecue that brought residents together for the first time in months. Looking around the neighborhood 1 year later, Ryan smiled knowing that patience, professionalism, and proper documentation had resolved the conflict peacefully. Sometimes, the best malicious compliance is simply following the rules better than everyone else. The HOA board later introduced a new homeowner welcome packet explaining official community rules and encouraging residents to contact HOA management directly whenever questions arose. The neighborhood became more organized and transparent than ever before. Ryan was invited to join the HOA's Neighborhood Relations Committee because of his calm and professional approach throughout the dispute. He gladly volunteered to help create a more welcoming community for future residents. As Ryan watched children playing safely in the neighborhood park, he reflected on how a difficult situation ultimately brought the community closer together. Respect, patience, and following the proper process made all the difference. His dream neighborhood had finally become exactly what he hoped it would be.